Good morning. It is Friday, November 8th, and this is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. Coming up, new studies on those with brain injuries give hope for recovery. That's next, but first, your local weather and this news. Representative Matt Hall of Richland has been selected by Republicans as the next Michigan House Speaker when the new session begins in January. They retook control of the state house in Tuesday's election after Democrats won control in 2022. Speaker-elect Hall says Republicans took the majority, quote, to put our state back on the road to success, and says their focus will be on serving the people of the state. Democrats still have the majority in the Senate and the governor's office until the 2026 election. Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan is expected to announce his next political step next week. He has not been actively fundraising for the 2025 mayoral election and has been rumored to be weighing a run for governor in 2026 since Governor Gretchen Whitmer is term limited. Duggan is a three-term mayor of Detroit and has been in office for the past 10 years. His leadership has restored the city's losses and convinced businesses to invest in Detroit. Brandon Ortiz Vita will spend at least 39 years in prison for the killing of his 25-year-old girlfriend, Ruby Garcia, before being able to be deported to Mexico. The 26-year-old was sentenced yesterday after he pled guilty to 4 charges in the March 22nd murder that happened in her car along US 131 in Grand Rapids.
As a man, I stand before you humbly, full of guilt and shame, for unrightfully, unjustifiably taking the most valuable gift granted to us all, life.
Ortiz Vita dumped her body on southbound US 131 near Leonard Street and was arrested after he called 911 and said he wanted to surrender. Judge Mark Trusek said there was no justification for shooting Garcia during an argument. The Great Lakes National Cemetery will be holding its 20th annual Veterans Day ceremony on Monday. It will begin at 11 a.m. and is open to the public, and it's located at 4200 Belford Road in Holly in Oakland County. The city of Detroit next year will become the largest city in the United States to accept cryptocurrency payments for taxes and more. The city says the option will be available sometime in mid-2025. Mayor Mike Duggan says they're excited to build, quote, a technology-friendly environment that empowers residents and entrepreneurs. And the Christmas tree has been placed in Detroit's Campus Martius Park, and now the city waits for the tree lighting on November 22nd. The 66-foot Norway spruce was grown in Wexford County and was placed on Wednesday. The ceremony will take place from 4 to 9 p.m. and will include light attractions, holiday shopping, hot chocolate giveaways, food trucks, and more. You're listening to your local news on Ave Maria Radio on Michigan Mornings. Your local weather's coming up next. Now this.
Do you have a teenager at home who's full of potential? Too often the world is telling you to be content with mediocrity instead of raising respectful and responsible young adults with strong character. Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Ray. If you need some help, not only to navigate those teen years, but to really enjoy them, check out my book, Standing Strong, Good Discipline Makes Great Teens, as well as my other books on the store page at AveMariaRadio.net.
We're looking at sunny skies today in the Motor City. Our high will reach 60. Tonight will be mostly clear with lows around 38. Saturday will be mostly sunny with highs around 55. Sunday, the rain returns and temperatures will be in the lower 60s. On Monday, we'll have partly sunny skies and temperatures around 60. Right now in Detroit, it is 47 with fair skies. This is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio. We are looking at sunny skies today in the Saginaw Valley. Our high will reach 58. Tonight will be mostly clear with lows around 34. Saturday will be mostly sunny with highs around 54. Sunday, the rain returns and temperatures will be around 60. On Monday, we'll have mostly sunny skies and temperatures around 60. Right now in Saginaw, it is 45 with fair skies. This is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio. A new study is highlighting the ability of people with brain damage to recover. Bobby Schindler, brother of the late Terry Schiavo, joined Teresa Tomeo to discuss its findings.
And something we have been talking about, Teresa, since nearly 20 years we've been doing this, as you mentioned. Mm-hmm. And we've been advocating, we become arbitrators of time for families because just as the study said, the families are being forced to make decisions way too quick when it comes to serious brain injuries. And this study validated what we've really been saying for a long, long time. And it's not just us, Teresa, that have been pushing to give these families more time. This followed two studies, two recent studies, one in 2021 in JAMA Neurology, and there was also one in 2022 in the American Academy of Neurology that both basically were in agreement with this study, a little different, but nonetheless, it was to basically say that their findings were the same, that people with brain injuries, because what we're learning about the brain and its ability to recover, need time before these decisions are made, sometimes within hours, Teresa. They're informing families, we don't believe there's any hope of meaningful recovery, and we think it's in the best interest of your loved one to stop treatment, and subsequently the loved one will die. So we're really happy to see more and more studies that come out like this. It's because we're learning more and more about the brain and the possibilities of the brain recovering. I just don't, it's a long haul, Teresa, and I just don't know if the medical community is going to start adopting or start following these guidelines or these studies, because even and I can mention it, but even in this story, there was a doctor who was kind of pushing back against these new findings.
Catholic Connection is on weekdays at 8 a.m. here on Ave Maria Radio and on demand with the Ave Maria Radio app. St. Cyril of Jerusalem says, in learning and professing the faith, you must accept and retain only the Church's present tradition, confirmed as it is by the Scriptures. I'm Matthew Handling. That does it for this edition of Michigan Mornings. Thanks for joining me all week. You can stay connected with me over the weekend on X. I'm at Radio Handling. Lord willing, I'll talk to you again on Monday. Until then, goodbye.